Good afternoon, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, I had to take this video outside. It's pretty hot out today, but as you can see, I'm beside my newly bloomed stargazer lily, and behind that is a dahlia, and I love these flowers, so I thought today would be a good day to take this video out here. Today my thoughts are all about reverence, and again, I'm sure a lot of people have heard this term, and it's not something that we use so often, but reverence, I thought I would read you the definition of it. Reverence is the deep respect for someone or something. And this word can be used either as a noun or a verb. So I have reverence for this flower, or I am in reverence of this flower, right? So in that, noun or a verb. And then how many things do we have reverence for? Because quite honestly, there's so much to revere. There is so much that is around us every single day that we take for granted. It could be the food on our table. It could be a bed to sleep in. It could be the sun that comes up every day that we see in our environment. We could look at nature. So many things in nature that if we really look at it, has so much depth to it. There's so many interconnections in all of nature, and this always impresses me and gives me a great sense of gratitude for that power that puts it all together, right? And that would then bring about a reverence for human bodies, human life experience, our world experience. And I really believe that it's really important to stop for a minute or many minutes, maybe every day, to take time to actually revere something. So today I also found this beautiful quotation that I wanted to share with you. This quotation is by John Milton. This Milton quotation says, "Gratitude bestows reverence, changing forever how we experience life and the world." Gratitude bestows reverence, changing forever how we experience life and the world. And it really does, right? Because remember that when we have true reverence for something, we are grateful for it. So let's think about people. When we are really appreciative, truly grateful for someone in our lives or something in our lives, that gratitude speaks volumes, right? So someone, let's say for example, someone has done something very kind for you. I know this happened for me in my least easy times. I will say that there were a number of what I call angels that I was able to reach out to that really were there for me in those times of need. And I am also grateful for some higher self that A, directed me to reach out, and B, allowed that assistance. So that I am very grateful for, and then that bestows reverence. So again, when I have that gratitude for someone or something, an experience or a person, that gratitude brings about a sense of reverence. And then I found another quotation, of course, which I would love to finish this video with. This one says, "By having a reverence for life, we enter into a spiritual relation with the world. By practicing reverence for life, we become good, deep, and alive." This is by Albert Schweitzer. And Albert Schweitzer spent a lot of his life encouraging this sort of thinking and this form of ethics in terms of ethical behavior and moral behavior amongst people in Africa. And I loved this quotation, so I'll read it one more time. "By having a reverence for life, we enter into a spiritual relation with the world. By practicing reverence for life, we become good, deep, and alive." And what does practicing reverence mean? I thought someone might think that after this video, so I also made a note of what this could mean, and I believe that I agree with this. So reverence, this recognizes the sacred in everything, including those we call our enemies. And that's the biggest thing, right? So in terms of reverence, imagine having this appreciation for every single person, because every person has within them what we have within us, and regardless of how they're practicing, this reverence for life then brings about this reverence and appreciation for this higher consciousness. And this is, of course, what I would love for us all to develop. And this then also leads into things like emotional intelligence, gratitude, appreciation, and awareness. And I hope today, for 5 minutes after this video, you'll sit down and think of one thing that you can practice reverence with. And again, sometimes people will use something that they revere as a focal point for either prayer or sometimes meditation. So sometimes people will have images, or sometimes it will be just a color. Sometimes people will look at a sunset. Sometimes people will look at the grandness of something in their life experience, and this wonderful awakening that's happening for all of us if we sit down and pay attention to it. And again, if we do, we will enter into reverence, which then enters us into a spiritual realm. And this is what I would wish for all of us. So for 5 minutes after this video, if you can just sit down to think about one thing that you have reverence for and spend 5 minutes practicing reverence for 5 minutes. I hope you have a fantastic day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.